Joining me now to discuss, Professor Emeritus at Harvard Law, Newsmax legal analyst, and host of the fantastic podcast, the Dershowitz podcast. All right, Professor, I heard your interview on a podcast about this, and this rocked me to my core. What do you make of a bunch of lawyers circumventing the Sixth Amendment?
Well, these are lawyers who ought to be themselves subject to Bar Association discipline. They are targeting lawyers who are representing clients they don't like. For example, in my case, when they said that they were going to go after lawyers who represented Donald Trump, they didn't say they were going to go after me at that point. I offered to represent pro bono any lawyer who Project 65 went after to try to prevent them from defending Trump or people in Trump's circle. And as soon as I wrote that op-ed, they filed the bar complaint against me in my own home state of Massachusetts. I haven't heard that from the Bar Association, but I read about it in the newspapers. The goal is to deter lawyers from representing unpopular clients who Project 65 doesn't like. And I've now spoken to 3 lawyers who were asked to defend either Donald Trump or his co-defendant, and they all are reluctant to do it, largely because of Project 65. This is McCarthyism, the worst form of McCarthyism. It violates the Code of Professional Responsibility in numerous ways. It puts the profession in a bad light. It denies people the right to do what John Adams did. And these people succeed. I mean, they go after people in their own community, in their own law firms. And what they're sending is a message to the law firms that if you allow one of your lawyers to represent Donald Trump or Alan Dershowitz or anybody associated with Donald Trump in any way, we will go after you. We will go after your clients. We will go after your friends, your relatives in the community. There was only one thing wrong with what you said. You said Republicans should fight back. No, no, no. Democrats should fight back. Liberals should fight back. Civil libertarians should fight back. Every American is at risk when you have a group of, quote, distinguished lawyers, members of the bar, elite members of the bar, members of law firms, people who have held high office in bar associations, essentially threatening lawyers, threatening their careers, threatening their friendships if they continue to represent people that this group, Project 65, doesn't like. It is the worst abuse of the legal profession I've seen in 60 years of practicing law. And this is one lawyer who's fighting back. You know, a lot of lawyers who are threatened don't want to talk about that because they don't want people to know they're threatened. They don't want people to know maybe they have something to hide. I have nothing to hide. And I will fight back, and I will continue to represent anybody who's charged by Project 65. And I hope people will join me. I hope they'll join me, other lawyers, fighting against Project 65, because this is the most un-American group of people I have encountered in all my years of practicing law.
You know, and that is why this network, and especially myself, have so much respect for you, sir. We politically disagree on most things, but you are ardent, steadfast on the law. 30 seconds left. Do you think you're going to be able to have an impact to stop this group in its tracks?
Not unless we file lawsuits of bar complaints, because they work insidiously. Nobody knows whether they're succeeding or failing, because lawyers won't ever say we didn't take the case because we're afraid of a bar complaint. They won't say that. So a lot of lawyers are being chilled and deterred from doing what they must do under the Sixth Amendment by this insidious group of McCarthyites. And that's why I can't be sure that we will succeed in defeating them. I can be sure of one thing. I won't rest until we do.
Well, Professor Dershowitz, we really do appreciate you coming on. We appreciate this fight. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.